Hello there, this is Bethany, retired funeral director turned dog groomer. 9 months ago, my man friend and our daughter and myself left our comfortable and established lifestyle in Ontario, Canada, for a life we always chatted about during morning coffee. Fast-tracking our retirement plans, chasing our dreams, and risking our future in the race against old age, we purchased 7 unseen acres in the wilderness of Cape Breton Island, Nova Scotia. We downsized everything we owned, loaded up a trailer, our dog, 2 cats, ATV, and hauled it to our new land. What we knew for sure was our life was about to make a drastic change. What we didn't know was that we were relocating to the most gorgeous place we've ever seen. We took a chance and it was worth it. Join us as we navigate through our new RV lifestyle, new climate, new landscape, new wildlife, building a world we dreamed of in a place only seen in postcards from the ground up. Thanks for visiting and subscribe to my channel if you would enjoy the content of a 40-something gal running away into the woods with her family. My friends, thanks for coming back to visit me today. It's been very lovely the last couple weeks. You know, we celebrated our daughter's birthday in the shop, and I had realized something while she was opening her presents, that we have now all 3 of us, myself, man friend, and our daughter, have each celebrated a birthday here on the island. And I thought, what a happy thought that is. Wow, I turned 45 in April, man friend turned 50 in October, and our daughter just turned 12. And it got very, very mild outside, so we had a beautiful day, like cleaning up things. I cleaned out the RV and aired out all the blankets out on the line and just really took advantage of the warm day. I was out hiking and I'm still exploring all the land on the mountainside of our property, and I'm coming across like so many beautiful little streams and hidden little sanctuaries, and I haven't even scratched the surface of what's out there. And so it's been just so enjoyable. Like, I just love exploring. I do. It's my favorite thing. I mean, look at this little Hobbitland river. Like, as soon as I looked at this, I was like, wow, this is like a hobbit's village. It's so pretty with the moss, and it was just so fresh and nice. And of course, it's very lovely to see Squirrel Mountain pretty much wherever I am. I'm gonna give out some full disclosure here. I had a mild emotional meltdown several weeks back. It hasn't always been like this happy, magical time. I actually got really stressed out, and it wasn't anything except I felt like I wasn't like doing enough, you know, like, am I working hard enough? Am I helping enough? I just felt like I wasn't contributing enough. And, you know, I must have built up for a few days, because at one point, you know, man friend said something to me and it just really cut to the heart. I don't even remember what it was now, but I just walked away from that, like, just feeling really down. And I walked away, and at one point he came back to me and he's like, come on, let's go have a coffee, and sat me down, and he's like, what's going on for real? You know, like, so I had a powwow with him and we did another regroup, and he basically said, like, honey, you know, there are some things you can't help with, but it's almost your time to shine, you know, like, you love to do the interior of things, and you do so much for the family, and you do this and you do that. And he was pumping me all up with compliments, and it made me feel a whole lot better. And, you know, and he was right, because all the big building projects are, you know, pretty well done now, and he can just putter away. And I actually feel like, all right, yep, it's my time to shine. Now I can do all this work.
We're moving through the night like like we're from a different star, flying over streets and our broken hearts. But they can't even touch us, we found a different beat. Paradise is waiting and we bought the lead. Ooh, getting caught in the mist, there's so many that never get out of. They're feeding the fears and the doubts. Ooh, but we're golden, we run to the end and we run without shame. We own the game, and we ride on the flames till the morning light. Baby, 'cause we're dynamite. Ain't nobody gonna hold us down. Break all the rules, let them run and hide. Baby, 'cause we're dynamite. Gonna let the world know. We're dynamite. We're
We started unpacking some of our boxes, and it's been very, very heartwarming to have pictures out that we haven't seen in a year, coffee mugs, just some little things. We've just barely started unpacking, but to come out here and just see some of the pictures on the wall, and keeping in mind those pictures and everything that's hanging will move around eventually, but for now we just wanted to see them every day, so we just hung them up. And I'm just kind of really happy that we have already started making our own memories, new memories here, and mixing that in with our old memories. It's so special to me. Another thing that's very special to me is the weather around here. I have fallen head over heels in love with the weather. It could be any season, and I love it. I love the sky. I love the feeling. It could be cold, it could be snow, it could be rain, it could be windy, and I just can't get enough of the beauty. Oh, and check it out, my little trench worked. See how it's detouring all that water? My friends, I have not added a filter to the following photos. This was the actual color of the sky when that storm passed. Like, for real. This was the moment too where things just started to really get a little bit colder. I had made a homemade soup and we enjoyed garlic cheese toasties with it in the shop, and the next morning woke up to this beautiful sight. I had unpacked a few more boxes and found some things that I could hang in my dog shop, and oh my goodness, it feels so good to work in that space again with just the memories around me. And I still have a lot more to unpack, but here's a little snippet of what I've found so far. Once I get everything unpacked and a little more organized and kind of out of the boxes, I'll give you a proper show and tell of our heirlooms and keepsakes that we brought to the island. But for now, I think the next thing I want to unpack is our Christmas decorations. We think on the weekend we are going to walk out to our woods and find our Christmas tree. My next video will likely feature some of that adventure, so I hope to see you then. Something you may not know about Manfred and I, but we are both farm kids. We were raised on farms in southwestern Ontario. He's 5 years older than me, so I didn't know him when I was growing up on the farm, but he didn't live actually that far from me, ironically. And so we have this sort of like, I don't know, that's more of a traditional sort of way together. I honestly believe that if my mom and my stepdad, the farmer, hadn't separated in my 14th year, that my life would have taken a totally different turn. I know for a fact I would have became a nurse and I would have married a farmer. That's just what would have happened. But my mom and my stepdad, they separated and we moved into a town. And I went to a new high school, made new friends, and it just changed my life drastically, because while I was at that high school was when I decided I was actually going to become a funeral director, and that's a whole other story. But I remember on the farm, the one chore that I just kind of despised was collecting firewood. We had a wood stove in our farmhouse, and every day after school during the winter, my mom would be like, "Okay, girls, go out to the barn and get the firewood." And we would just be like, and we'd go wheelbarrow in this blizzards and get wood and bring it so that we could have a warm house. And at the time, I just hated it. And now, I mean, I could split wood and gather wood and pile wood all day long. It's one of my favorite chores. And I daydreamed about doing this when we were planning our trip out here in February. I remember sitting out here on our land. There was nothing here but land. And I sat down in a lawn chair with Manfred, and I was like looking over going, I can't wait for the day that I'm sitting down splitting wood. And here I am. So surreal. Manfred popped over to tell me, you have boogers running down your nose. He also had to tell me that it's time to go get some water. So I told him I'd go with him. I just wanted to finish up a few more logs to split, and then we'd get ready to go. And I thought it was really sweet that he brought over a few pieces for me. Aw, that's super cute, actually. We have another little plan in our minds about gathering water, but currently we drive over to our neighbors who are also our friends, and We gather water just with a hose from their tap outside. It's the same water that we would get from the mountain. So we just steal from them. It's free water for everybody, but they just have a line that runs to their house. So we just attach a hose to their faucet and fill up our tank. And anytime I'm given the option of either walking or riding, I always walk. They don't live that far, and it was a beautiful, beautiful night. In fact, there was a full moon coming, so we had a nice visit with our friends while filling our water, and then I took a beautiful moonlight stroll home. Oh, it was just so bright. It was like daytime. And just so you know, I do not leave our driveway on foot without a walking stick or bear spray. And bear spray. I try to always, keep my wits with me and never let my guard down, and just try to, scan the areas all the time where I'm hiking, because I'm looking up too, because there's sometimes kitty cats want to sit in trees and you just never know what could be lurking around. So I'm always very careful when I'm hiking, and I appreciate everybody who reaches out to me to tell me that because it is very helpful. Never stop giving me advice. Thank you. I have yet to come across a moose, actually, and I'm surprised because I see a ton of tracks that come through wherever I hike. But I know it'll happen one day, and it'll happen when I least expect it. So I'm always looking. Anytime I hear any noises, I look, and I have my guard up, and I'm ready. I'm ready to see whatever wildlife wants to show itself to me, but none of them are. I shouldn't say that. The eagles, I can watch them all day long, and I know their nest location, so I will go and sit and watch the eagles. We do have a bear that lives in the mountain that we see a lot. We did in the summer. We named him Buddy, and I was walking in this exact location that you see right here when two coyotes were running sort of towards me on this path, and they ended up seeing me and scooting off quickly into the woods. And that was my only encounters so far with wildlife. I even hiked the Skyline Trail, which is very famous for the moose, and I did not see one. It's been unreal, actually. So I really look forward to the day that I get to run into one. I just hope it's not, too close of an encounter. So I'm at home now, and I'm like really bummed out that little hike is over. I actually was debating, do I just keep hiking straight or do I go home? Because that moon is insanely beautiful. But safety first. It's getting very dark out in the woods when the sun goes down. Even with the moon up, it's quite dark in the forest. So I decided to go home. Besides, Manfriend needs me to unload the trailer of water into the dog shop water jug. So I better go give him a hand. Teamwork makes the dream work. Hope to see you next time, friends. Thanks for hanging out today. Love you so much. Ciao for now.